Hey guys, today I want to be talking about the Bedwars Duels update. I've seen a lot of people complain about it, but not really provide constructive solutions to their complaints. So that's what I want to do today. The three main things I want to talk about are the height limits, the map, and a ranking system that I think could help make things more fair and give the game a longer lifespan. To be clear, what I'm talking about are not bugs, these are gameplay features. There are a bunch of bugs that I don't need to talk about, as I'm sure Hypixel can figure these out. So, let's start with the height limit, since Bedwars Rush is more of a Mindman / Bedwars Practice bedfight aesthetic. I think they should do what Bedwars Practice does when it comes to the height limit, which is where it tells you the height limit a few blocks below on your leaderboard tab. This would be incredibly useful, as the new Hypixel Velo anti-cheat often lags you down when you get close to the height limit. Next, I'm going to be talking about the map for Bedwars Rush. Any of them, really, they all have this problem. So, the background, there's a staircase that I'm pretty sure pretty much every map has, where you can run and jump forward off the platform back onto the bridge, making your attacker, once you've lost your bed, just impossible to get. I think this part of the map should be purely for cosmetic purposes, and there should be no way to get on top of it. They could just have full barrier blocks, or I'm sure there's another way to do it. I feel like it's incredibly cringe if you can play like this, and it's kind of not fair for the other player, and it just gets kind of boring once they do this 5 times. This would also just kill the game if people played like this, especially if they just did it for their win-loss ratio. My idea for a ranking system is not like the Skywars matchmaking system where once you're at a certain level, or in this case the amount of wins, you get placed with better people. Because there's people with 500 wins who can be really good, and people with 500 wins who are pretty much a new player in skill level who just have a lot of time to play. My idea is to make this more like the tournament ranking system, where if you win a game, or a few games, let's say, you move up, and if you lose the game, you go down, where you can kind of stay at your skill level. While this may be a primitive system, I think it could be incredibly useful in keeping up. So I've talked a lot about the Rush game mode, and I just want to do a little live commentary to talk about some of the bugs in the regular main game mode, I think. Which is mostly tiny things, like how I know iron armor isn't permanent in this permanent iron armor, and people have been kind of joking about that. Oh, that's interesting. I think the generators got a little faster. I think the generators did get faster, actually, which is always cool. We're going against Technoblade wins. I've noticed a few other build type things, but nothing significant. Besides the fact, I think these 4v4 maps, which are, by the way, the ones they used, were a bad choice. I think they should have just made either a unique map, considering how much time they spent on this. I feel like they could have gotten Map Builder. And if that was off of the table, I totally think they should have just cut off a piece of a solo map. I'm kind of surprised nobody else is saying that. People are just saying, it's interesting that it's a 4v4 map. But I think this is... It's not a huge problem, but I think it's just odd and feels kind of rushed. But don't worry about that, to be honest. And if anybody from the Hypixel team is watching it, that would be dope if you let me know if this is a change you can make without completely revamping everything. I'm just gonna put some emeralds away. I'm not too concerned. I think this is interesting how... I'm pretty sure, at least, it starts in Diamond 2, as you can see. Diamond 3 is happening in 16 minutes. Again, I don't know if that's the end of the game. I'm not 100% sure. I don't think our teammate is the most skilled of players. But I think it'll be a fun game. Not much of a defense. Maybe I'm not the skilled player. What's that defense looking like? I'm thinking 2 layers of wool. Then I'm just gonna get a bridge egg and a jump pot. No need to make this game any longer than it needs to be. Probably not going to edit this part too much, because there's no point, in my opinion, to edit something that doesn't need to be edited. So I do want to release this as soon as possible, ideally in the next 30 minutes to an hour and a half, because I have a flight soon. Yeah. I think I'm just gonna pot up soon. Oh, maybe I'll pot up right now, actually. Not that way, but... Oh, not liking that. I think that should be it, and let's just go back. I think I'll try to get some high ground when I get closer with this bridge egg, like now. Not too high, not too... Whoa! Oh, I don't want to die. There we go. Great game. Thank you for watching. Thank you guys so much for watching, and a good video to know about what it is, if you're not sure, is the Leeless Panda video. I'll link it in the description.